Well, my RTX 5090 cannot play this game. It has a weird flickering issue that makes the game completely unplayable. It is eye searing, like everything is flickering. And this is an issue with all RTX 5000 GPUs that right now doesn't have a solution. There was a fix for RTX 4090, all the 40 series GPUs, but that fix is no longer working. I tried that already. It was with the Nvidia inspector profile. So what is the issue? Well, here's the issue. This seems to be the issue. Of course, I tried to search, what's going on to try to fix it, and it seems like it's a deep problem with the game. And this makes a lot of sense. So it says here, this is a fault in the game. In a C buffer, a shader is set up without a static cast, leading to it being stored in global memory space and allowing it to be overridden improperly by the shadow C buffer. Whenever the skybox is in view, shadows and sky flicker as their slot is overwritten. So of course, the first time I read that, I'm like, oh, yeah, for sure. I don't understand what that means. Of course not. But the thing is, now we have RenoDX, and I actually tried. I tried to fix the issue using RenoDX and ChatGPT, and I had a lot of fun trying. I didn't fix the issue. Let me show you right now how the issue looks like. So I'm gonna show you the game. Right now, there is no reshade installed right now. Like I'm pressing the home button. In this game, when you press the home button, you get this, and there's no reshade. And as you can see, the game is eye searing. Like you cannot play the game. There's this flickering problem on the sky, on the shadows. You see this? It's all messed up. You cannot play like this. It's absolutely impossible. So imagine trying to fix the game with it flickering like that. It is, big problem. And now, what does Nvidia has to say about this? Well, let's read the Nvidia official statement. Here it is. See if I can find it over here. Okay, here it is. They say basically it is a problem with the game and they don't know how to fix it or something like that. They would need support from the developer or something like this. Okay, here's a statement from Nvidia. It says, we are at an impasse in this bug. The bug is still open. However, without assistance from the game developer, we can't proceed further, nor can we confirm if this is an application bug or driver bug. And I searched more about it. There are other, confirmations, statements from Nvidia. So this is like 2 years old, but still, it is an issue. So, this game is not gonna get updated from the developers to fix anything. Nvidia is not gonna do anything about it. So, unless we fix it, this game is dead. This game is probably dead. Now, why this is not an issue with the 40 series GPUs? With the 30 series, 40 series, there's a fix for it, because using let me search the fix that I tried, which was this one, this fix, which was creating a file with this, creating an XML file with this. And then you just drag that file. So you open the notepad, you copy this, and then you drag that into the Nvidia inspector profile with the Watchdogs 2 profile. And that is supposed to fix the problem. And the reason why that fixes the problem for 40 series GPUs and before that, I think, is because Let me see if I can find where that explanation was. Here, probably was not here in this post. It's because it defaults the driver back to a different behavior where this is not a problem. So very complicated problem, no solution as far as I know. I'm gonna read your comments. Maybe you do know the solution. But the thing is, the fun part here is that I spent hours, okay, trying to fix the game using RenoDX. Actually, let me install Reshade real quick on the game to show you what I did with RenoDX. So basically, what I did was I identified. So I made some progress. Okay, I think I made some progress because I was able to identify the pixel shader that is responsible for almost everything that we need. This problem, the skybox, the shadows, and even HDR. So with this shader, we probably can get native HDR in this game and do a lot of things. So very interesting. I was able to identify that shader, and that's what I've been trying to fix today using ChatGPT. So take a look at how many things I did, how many questions I asked to ChatGPT trying to figure this out. Look at this. So I first, copy the code, bunch of back and forth with ChatGPT. Of course, I'm not sure if you pause the video, you'll be able to read all of that, but it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. So basically, I was going back and forth with ChatGPT, and hey, this is a DirectX 11 game. It has this flickering issue. I am trying to fix. Here's the code. Of course, the way I got the code was using the RenoDX tool, which basically is able to intercept all the shaders that are running in the background. And so I identified the one that was responsible for that, and I was trying to fix it. So it looks like this in the app. It looks like this. Basically, this is what I've been trying to fix. It's not very long. This is just some like explanation of all this stuff, of what the shader does, all the variables and stuff like that. So as you can see here, there is like HDR lighting, HDR effects, and all of that. This game doesn't even support HDR, but it has a lot of. This is it. Like this shader is the thing. So this is what I've been trying to fix, basically. This seems to be the problem. This C buffer, one of these C buffer, like this comment said. This comment explain. This is a fault in the game in a C buffer. A shader is set up without a static cast. So, all this explanation. So this is what I've been trying to do. Just going back and forth with ChatGPT, changing this code. So every time I make a change in the code, I go back to the game and I load that change to see if that gets rid of the flickering. Okay, so even my point is with this video is, even when I didn't fix the issue, man, it was a lot of fun because I was like, if I fix this issue using ChatGPT with whatever I was doing here, man, I would be happy. No, that's not even. I would be over the moon if I fixed. We just learned this like the other day, and I don't even understand how to program or code none of these things. I was just literally just asking questions, and it is absolutely incredible how ChatGPT not only answers your question, but it seems to know everything. It's like an oracle. It's like you are literally speaking with an oracle. ChatGPT has all the answers. It explains you everything. So even if you don't figure out the problem, you're learning, because it explains you what's going on here. Oh, here's the problem, here's the potential solution, you can try this or try that, and then any questions you have, you go back and forth. It's just amazing. So I had a lot of fun today, but yeah, I haven't been able to fix the issue. Also, I tried to fix Ghost of Tsushima HDR, but I was not able to compile the shaders because the decompiler that I have is not good enough. It's not advanced enough. But I was able to identify some shaders that are probably responsible for the HDR. So that is some progress. Okay, I'm just getting started. And then I realized those shaders that I was not able to decompile, they were already somewhat decompiled because someone else tried to fix Ghost of Tsushima over here. And so I tried to use them to fix them with ChatGPT, and I did clear the errors using ChatGPT. So I don't know if that's worth something, but I mean that's something, I think. So where is Ghost of Tsushima? Let me see. Okay, here it is. So this is like what someone else already did, and this is what I was trying to do, basically. So I was able to clear the errors. This was like red. So again, using ChatGPT, I cleared the errors here. But still, this doesn't, the problem is RenoDX doesn't work to load this once you, so it doesn't load in game. So even if this is right, and I was able to identify how to fix the HDR here, it wouldn't work anyway. So then I just leave it there and let's try something else. But yeah, very, very exciting stuff, I think. But of course, I either play games or do this. It's a tough thing because yeah, I like to play games. And I spend the whole day on this thing, and I didn't get any results. So, but I think, I mean, once in a while, I'm not gonna be doing this every day. Of course not. But I want to accomplish something, okay? And then maybe I will be happy with that, and then not be like every day doing this. But I think until I accomplish something, I'm just gonna do this every day. So as soon as I fix something, then I'll be happy. Then I'll play some games. That's what I think I should do. So let me pop your comments here. Let me close the game actually, and I'm going to read your comments, and I'm going to install Reshade to show you with RenoDX. I'm gonna show you how I identify the shader that's responsible for this issue. Like I'm sure that's the one, like no question about it. It's clearly the one. So I'm gonna show you that. So let me close the game. I'm gonna read some questions, then I'm gonna install Reshade. The reason why I uninstall RenoDX and Reshade is to show you that the problem with the flickering is not Reshade that is conflicting or something. It's just unplayable. Like I didn't do anything wrong to break the game. The game is broken. It doesn't work on my GPU, so it was not me. So, and this is a legit copy of the game. Like I'm playing it from Ubisoft Connect. I own the game on Epic Games Store, so this is not a Cuban version. That's like an old version, new 5090. Of course, that's why it doesn't work. No, it's a brand new, fresh. Well, the game is not brand new; it's an old game, but you get the idea. So yeah, let's see what we got here. So Plasma, have you ever played Batman Arkham Asylum? That game stutters in every PC I have ever owned. I did actually. I ran Batman Arkham Asylum in this laptop that I have here, which is a very old Alienware R7 laptop. And of course, I was not very picky with the performance because this laptop has like a very it's not a powerful hardware at all. But I think it was running without stuttering, and I did I did try the game with my 3080 and I was able to increase the resolution a lot. Now with PhysX, yeah, with PhysX, GPU utilization was never maxed out and it was running very poorly. It was dropping frames like crazy. But without PhysX, I think it was running well and I was able to increase the resolution. But yeah, on my 59, it's not even gonna run because that's PhysX 32. Yeah, Watch Dogs 2 doesn't have DLSS. Yeah, that's the first thing I tried. I tried turning off anti-aliasing. I tried TAA, SMAA, all the anti-aliasing solutions that the game has, thinking that was probably the issue. I also disabled the, well, I show you the game flickering without reshade, so it was not reshade, but I also disabled the depth buffer and all of that from reshade. But yeah, no results. And I also look at all the videos on YouTube, and yeah, I couldn't figure it out. So we have Musa here in the chat. So let me see from the beginning what you're saying, Musa. Okay, here it is. So when it says HDR lighting effects, it means that it is pre-tone mapping. Okay, so it's like the raw stuff. I mapped out some shaders in this game a long time ago when I first was learning how to program HLSL. Okay, but but probably you didn't see this issue that I'm having right now, and I don't see this game being a RenoDX HDR fixed game. There is a Watch Dogs 1, but not Watch Dogs 2. I got one shader working with Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, there was two. I saw with Ghost of Tsushima there was two shaders probably responsible for HDR. There was one that was freezing the entire rendering, and there was another one where the highlights were popping very bright, and the rest of the scene was like black or dark, if I remember. So those two shaders are probably the ones responsible for it. But I don't know. I couldn't even get it working, but you got one working. I need to download that new decompiler you shared with me and see if that works. Yeah, I also search that fix the DXVK but disables TXAA in game. So I also search for that fix too. So yeah, so far no success. Yeah, so let me install Reshade in the game and let me show you what I did, my progress. So again, I think this is still good. Even if I didn't fix anything, I think this is good, man. I think I made some progress, and the main takeaway for me today was, man, ChatGPT is the real deal, man. Like you can ask ChatGPT anything. It's unbelievable. I mean, I strongly believe you can learn how to program just by using ChatGPT. Nothing else. You don't need any video on the internet. You don't need anything. You can literally start from zero and say, okay, how do I do this? Why? And start asking why this and why that. I mean, you don't even need to ask. ChatGPT explains you why. And it's so, I don't know if it's like correct all the time, or if it makes mistakes, or if sometimes it gets information from the internet that is wrong. I don't know about the accuracy, but man, it is so impressive. It is shocking what ChatGPT can do. And so that is very compelling. Very compelling, because when you're trying to learn something and you don't have support from someone that knows a lot, that is with you, that you can ask questions. Yes, you can Google stuff and you can get some answers, but the way ChatGPT can interact with you is just next level. It's like it would take you a lot longer to find the answers just by Googling stuff and trying to start reading forums and stuff. I mean, ChatGPT does that for you. It's so fast, just unbelievable. So that's my main takeaway today. So let me install Reshade here. So it's just incredible. Do you enable VSync, G-Sync, and FPS limiter? Yeah, that's what I try to do. Although I have to say, I asked a graphically challenged the display guy. He made a video about latency, and he does have tools to measure, and sometimes he records like a super slow motion of video to compare latency and all of that. I've never been too much into the latency part because I enjoy playing with a controller, because I always wanted to have a controller for gaming, and I was playing with mouse and keyboard, so I don't really care too much about the latency stuff. But basically he told me don't use RTSS. He told me you can get sometimes like a 10 milliseconds penalty by capping the frame rate with RTSS, and he doesn't recommend to cap the FPS with any external tools, and he doesn't recommend it to cap it with Nvidia control panel. So he says that in-game frame cap is better for latency, but the problem is sometimes that's broken, or sometimes it doesn't even exist. So, but that's what I've been doing. I've been using RTSS, and then lately I've been trying to use the Nvidia Reflex within RTSS, and I think sometimes it makes a big difference, even for games that already have reflex. I don't know why, but then the frame time is a little bit less smooth. So yeah, that's what I do. VSync, I cap the frame rate because I don't like 144 then 90 frames per second. It's jarring. So I try to cap to like 100, yes, 138, and if the game drops to 120, that's fine. But if it keeps dropping too much, then I lower the settings. I don't like fluctuations. I prefer like a rock solid experience. I much rather lower all the settings and yeah, just lower all the settings and have the GPU like at 75% sometimes, just to have a lock frame rate. So that's what I like. And VSync, so it doesn't I don't get screen tearing. So let me install the HDR analysis tool, and Musa told me he likes to install the SDR TRC fix to compare when he's doing the HDR mods. Well, in this case, we're not even going that far. He's trying to get the game to be playable on my 5090, and it's not working. That's crazy. Okay, I installed that already, so let me open it. I think I already dropped the RenoDX dev kit inside the games folder, so I should stay there. Okay, so let's see what I'm missing. I'm gonna read your comments. This is not gonna be a very long stream because I need to go to sleep at 11:50. So it's gonna be like 30 minutes more, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay, let's see. So on AMD cards, it doesn't work. It's not a problem anymore. There was a problem with AMD cards. There was a fix for it, but I think this game has no issue with AMD right now. But with Nvidia 50 series GPU, it is an issue. And yeah, just give it a try. If you have a 50 series GPU in this game, give it a try and let me know if it works for you. From what I've seen, it doesn't work. So let me get myself out of the way, and let me pop the game in to show you. So I'm gonna go game capture here. Should work. Okay, here it is, the game. Here is Reshade. Let me get myself to the other side to show Of course, I'm going to adjust reshade to take over most of the screen, so you don't get that flickering, because then the flickering is eye searing. So let me. Okay, here's the reshade. Skip tutorial. No, it seems like I have to drop the RenoDX dev kit again because I uninstalled reshade and then that got wiped out. Okay, so I have to do that. I have to close the game and do that. Let me. Because I want to show you at least the the progress what I was able to find, and you see that it makes a lot of sense. This is not this part of the process. I don't think is very difficult. Let me get the game out of the way, close the game, copy the dev kit. Let me find that real quick. Okay, let me pop a question here. We'll talk about that and then we go. So from what I understand, RTSS is still the best. I have heard experts like FR33 Thai say the latency from RTSS is negligible and worth it even in FPS games. I've been using it for a very long time, but again, I do not doubt that there is a downside. I mean, there's almost always, there is a downside to everything. But yeah, I mean, you have to basically decide what do you prefer, because no VSync, it might give you the best latency, but then it's I mean, who can play no VSync with a screen tearing? Some people say that once we get like 1,000 hertz or maybe 500 hertz, you don't need VSync, but I don't know at which frame rate that's gonna be to not have any screen tearing and all of that. Let me get this. Okay, the dev kit. So I'm just gonna drop this into the game folder, the RenoDX add-on. We got Watch Dogs. I like this game, by the way. This game looks great, I think. It's a very colorful game. So I am looking forward to be able to do the HDR mod for this game. So I hope someone doesn't do it before me. So I have the chance to do this one myself because I really like it. And I think I already found the shader that does this. But I'm sure, any of these RenoDX modders probably get this game and it's gonna be a very easy one. Probably just one shader and done. Very easy HDR to implement. Probably very similar to Watch Dogs 1. If I look into that one, I probably see the answer is the same engine. So yeah, but I'll try to do it. Okay, that's done. So let me open the game, and hopefully it should work now. So we got. Whoa, we got a lot of comments. Okay, let me see if I from the beginning of the stream. Let me see if I missed something. Yeah, so the thing is, in this case, with this game, it's not a... What was the explanation? Why the drivers caused the problem? I forgot where it was. Yeah, there's an explanation, but it's basically the game code. Now, the driver has like a workaround to ignore the problem, and that's why you don't see the problem with other GPUs. And that workaround to ignore the problem is to basically is with older Nvidia drivers. So that behavior of older Nvidia drivers can be activated using the Nvidia inspector profile, but that doesn't work for the 50 series GPUs, probably because you shouldn't be using an older driver than before release. Maybe that's why it doesn't work. But it's not entirely the Nvidia drivers. The problem is the game code. They messed it up. That part, they messed it up. And actually, when I enter the code in ChatGPT is like, yeah, there's something here that This is not good. So yeah, okay, let me show now the game because it's running. We got game capture. Let's see if the game capture shows reshade. Otherwise, I just capture the screen. Yeah, it's showing reshade. That's good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do before I open the game, because again it's gonna be flickering and stuff, is I'm gonna make reshade big. So this is what I do now. This is the RenoDX. It's always like in a top left corner of the screen. So this is the RenoDX dev kit. So I'm gonna show you how I identify the shader that's causing all the issue. And probably this is the one we're gonna use for HDR too. So this is a work in progress. So hopefully we figure this out. So we got, okay. So now that we have this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open you see it's flickering like crazy. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do this snapshot. What this does, with this snapshot does, is that it is going to show all the shaders that are working in this case for this scene, basically. So usually for HDR, they told me you don't need the vertex shader, so you can just uncheck these two. But because I was trying to find an issue that was not only for HDR, I thought, well, maybe let me just leave it there because it might be one of these. And it was not. It was a pixel shader. So here's how I found the shader. So this is similar to what I did with shader toggler, but shader toggler allows you to toggle shaders, but you cannot make any changes with them. That's the big difference. With RenoDX, you can have that same functionality that shader toggler has, which is you can toggle on and off shaders to see what they do. But with RenoDX, you can go beyond that. You can go and then decompile the shaders later and then modify them and then load them into the game with the changes. That's why this tool is so powerful. So this is what I did. I come here to the end, close to the end, and then I started from the bottom looking at the game. I'll try to do this fast so you don't get that eye-searing flickering. So then I start doing this. Draw, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Probably HUD elements. Nothing happened. Yeah, see here, there's a HUD element right there at the top left corner with a cloth. This one, HUD. This one, HUD. This one, HUDs. So that's what I did, basically. Start doing this to see, okay, let me see which one of these. So I'm clicking on it. So when I click on it, it's like a shader toggler. It disappears, basically. Things that this shader is doing, it will disappear from the game, rendering. So then I kept doing this, do this, until I found the one that was responsible for everything. As you can see, I have to keep going. I have to keep going high on this one. You see some shadows disappear when I started going over here. Okay, let me see. Oh, wait. This one stopped the entire rendering of the game. So this is a one that's suspicious, okay? But I'll show you the one that. But this is different. The order in which they appear is different from what I did it last time. I don't know why I haven't been able to find it. It was not that far. Okay, let me see. See if I can find it. Maybe I already passed through it. Let me see what was the hash of that shader again. So it doesn't take me that long to find it. So it was 53 EBE. It didn't take me that long that time. So 57, 56. So if 56. Huh. $53, $51. Huh. It seems like this time it captured a lot more. I'm not sure if there's like a search that I can use. I don't see it. Huh. And I don't know if this is in order, if the hash number is in order. Huh. I cannot see that one. I wonder if it will be a different one now that I loaded the game again. Or depending on the scene, if it's a different one. That's crazy. I thought I was gonna find it immediately. Like I did, and when I tried this, I found this one very fast. So let me do this. I don't get that much flickering. This is, oh no, this is Ghost of Tsushima, I'm sorry. So I will look at a different one. Wait. Let me go to Watch Dogs 2. Oh no, it is the 010FA. Okay. 010FA. 010. Huh. 010DF, so it's not this one. It's not this one. 010FA. Huh. I wonder if it's not gonna be here. If it changes. 010 6. Wow. Oh, look. 010E. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of, because I know already it's a pixel shader, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of these compute shaders. I'm only gonna do the pixel shaders. Yeah, see if I can find it faster. So it is again the 010FA. 010. Huh. Well, I thought it was gonna be the same, and I was gonna be able to find it, but I don't see it here. No, it's not here. Well, I can load it and see if it works, but yeah, I cannot find it. This is crazy. AMD drivers are even worse than Nvidia. Well, Nvidia has been messing it up big time recently. So let me see if I think Musa is no longer in the chat. So I don't know what's going on with this. So I'm gonna try to load what I did. So load this. See if it pops. No. Oh, because I would have to go here and copy the path where I have the. So there's a search tab. Okay, that's what I was hoping. So there is a search hash code, search tab. Okay, so where is that search tab? Where is the search tab? Here? Then is copying harder. So hash code and search tab. So I don't know where is the search tab. Maybe it's hidden or something. well, let me do this. Let me copy the path here to see if it works. Yeah, I'm gonna copy this. Oh, this is the path. So load what I have. See if it works. Oh, here it is. So this is the shader. So when I do this, yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. I don't know why it was not there. Maybe it was there and I didn't see it. But because I already did this, I just searched the path and then loaded what I was doing basically. So here it is. Look at that. So I found the shader that is responsible for the shadows, the lighting, basically what's causing the issue. And probably that shader is the one responsible for HDR2. So I decompiled that shader and that's what I was trying to fix. As you can see, there's no flickering because we turn it off basically. But we have no shadows, we have nothing. We have nothing. The game looks like a cartoon. And also, if I move, things break. See what happens? Everything breaks because it's, of course, the shader is a stop. So as you can see, the shader is responsible for the skybox. Everything else is okay, but when you look at the sky, it's all messed up because it's not rendering. It's a stop. That shader stop of working. So that's the one. That's the one we have to fix. So this game can run on my 5090. That's crazy, man. Broken game, yeah, forever. Ubisoft is not gonna fix it. Nvidia is not gonna fix it. If I want to play this game on my 15, and nobody cares about this game anyway. So if I want to see this game running on my PC, I need to learn how to program and all of that. That is wild. So yeah, that's the thing. This is the one. So yeah, I was so the first thing I did is, okay, I turn it on. Of course, if I turn it off, it goes, you can see, you know, all the rendering nice. So when you turn it on, boom, everything gets fixed. I mean, even the rain, even the weather effects, everything is right here and is going through this one. So what I did was initially, okay, let me read, you know, a little bit here to see if I understand what's going on with this one. And then when I'm reading this, I see that it says stuff with HDR. Let me see. Am I on this one? No, it's this one. So when I read here, I'm like, okay, let me see if I understand something here. I don't understand anything, but here it says fog values, rain, you know. Then it says chromatic aberration, strength. I'll zero that out. Just completely delete that part of the code. Oh, look at here. HDR effects. HDR lighting. See? This is the one for sure. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, this is the one we really care about. And yeah, that's what I've been trying to fix. And I couldn't, of course. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, if I fix the game today using ChatGPT, if we fix the developer's code with ChatGPT, man, I would go bananas. I mean, I would go crazy. I would be so happy, man, if I was able to do that today. So that was compelling. That's why I invested the time. Still play this game. Yeah, just not on my 5090 yet. This game is very demanding. It looks great. I think this game looks great. It is amazing though, and renders very, very fast. So the problem with this shader, based on what I worked on today with ChatGPT and all of that, is that, as you can see, this shader is responsible for the skybox and also for the shadows. and it seems like there's like a conflict or something that it is rewriting stuff. There's a variable or something there that has a problem. So yeah. With ChatGPT, I was trying to bypass that and fix that thing, but I don't know. The thing is, I don't know how to do this yet. We need to learn a lot more, or we need some advanced help. So this is how the code looks like with this is how the code looks like after I decompile it and all of that. So let me, yeah, this is, no, wait, watchdogs, this is the one. So this is the code. So yeah, it starts here, and the problem is this C buffer. One of these C buffer, this one I think is the problem. That's the one causing the issue. And ChatGPT explains you everything, explains you and tells you everything. Like, for example, this is tone mapping and gamma, HDR to LDR. I don't know what that is. sRGB conversion. So ChatGPT tells you each section of the code what that is. Applied dithering, gamma correction, output final color, everything. So if you don't know what this, you're like, okay, what is this? ChatGPT tells you this is responsible for this, this, and that, and this how it works. So, I mean, all the answers are there. I think we can do it, man. If ChatGPT fixed the game, exactly. That will be the that will be the title of the video. If I fix this game today, the issue I'm having with ChatGPT, I'm like, Ubisoft should fire the developers. They should get replaced by AI. I mean, literally. That would be just insane, man. Me without like no experience whatsoever in developing games, like in an afternoon, fix the game with ChatGPT. That would be insane, bro. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, Ubisoft. We're talking about thousands and thousands of developers. It's crazy. So yeah, man, that's what I wanted to share in this live stream. I think, again, my takeaway from this one is RenoDX is very powerful. We're talking about not only HDR. It allows you to intercept all the shaders. You can find the one that you're looking for any reason. Let's say you just want to get rid of the HUD, or you want the HUD elements to be more transparent, for example. You can find the HUD element, you can find the pixel shader that is responsible for the HUD element. You can decompile the code, and then you can use this program to change the code, to fix it, to do whatever you want it to do. How can you do that? You don't know how to code or none of that. You can literally ask ChatGPT. You can tell ChatGPT, hey, this pixel shader is responsible for the HUD elements of the game, and I want to make it transparent or add like a 50% transparency to it. Boom, here is the fix. ChatGPT is gonna give you the code, and you just copy and paste that code, and there you go. That's it. And then you just load that shader modification. You load that using the RenoDX. Incredible power. That's the point of this stream, just to share that with you. This is not only for HDR. You can do a lot more. So it's very, very, very compelling, very exciting to learn how to do this, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share on this one. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the description below. Before I go, let me read some of the comments because we have a lot of them. I already tried Kingdom Come Deliverance, but not on my 5090 though. I tried that on the 3080, and it was great. So on the 5090 is gonna be fantastic. So I'm definitely gonna try it, and I did try the RenoDX HDR fix for Kingdom Come Deliverance. It has nothing to do with developers. It's all about the suits making decisions. Well, in this case, this specific issue with the flickering, I think is the code. I mean, you heard that from that this comment from this person that I popped at the beginning of the stream. It's literally a problem with the code in this one. Of course, it is one of those things they didn't see the issue when they made the game because the GPU drivers were like bypassing it, so they were not expecting to have to be careful about that, and because they didn't see the issue, then they didn't fix something that they didn't see. But the point when you are programming doing something like this is to make sure that you cover all the possibilities, so in case this happens, then you don't have an issue. So, and they didn't. So it is a problem with the code, and I'm sure the developers, if they see these, they can fix it. They know what the issue is. They can fix it immediately. It's not that they are not capable of doing it. Of course they can. They can do this like it's probably 5 minutes. They can fix the game, but they are not gonna look back to fix anything because it's an old game. So when that happens, the only way is the modding community, mods, and this is how we can get it done. So they're saying there are other stuff better than ChatGPT. Okay, well, I don't know about them. Well, thank you very much for letting me know there's something better. So the thing is, I do like a lot the idea of that interactive back and forth with AI, just speaking with AI, man. They know, it knows more than you. It's incredible. So ChatGPT has some stuff wrong there. Okay, it's encoding in sRGB gamma, applying dithering, then decoding sRGB. Okay. Whoa. Wouldn't that be what the game is doing? I don't know. I mean, and also keep in mind that's after a lot of back and forth. So, I mean, when you start changing and changing, and then you change over the change, you can mess it up. But I don't see any difference. Like the game, when I load that shader, it looks equally as bad. So that's probably what the game is doing. So after all the modifications, it just looks the same. Like I don't see any additional problems. It's still equally messed up. Upgrade, yes. So I think that's what I tried. Unreal Engine mod. So maybe this is an answer to another question. So I tried I don't know, maybe this is an answer to someone else's question. I doubt you can fix the flickering by blindly editing the shader. Maybe a dev would be able to fix it, but I'll probably still take some time. You're better off trying an older version of the game. You bet. You bet I installed the Cuban version of the game and it works like a charm. Guaranteed. No issues whatsoever. But the thing is, if I don't want to work and fixing the HDR with a version that's not the official, because then, who is that for? For me? So yeah, that's the problem. And to play Kingmakers. Oh, is that the game where you go with a machine gun to the old times? To the times of kings and queens, and it has great destruction and all of that. Saying it looks good. Okay. Sucks DirectX 12 can't uninstall or be repaired. My PC was running great before the update. I don't know what you're referring to. And I've been dealing with DirectX 12. It is a headache happen after a Windows update. Game crashes and compiling shaders. I mean, Windows can be a mess sometimes. So let me see if I miss something before. You can't even get a million miles close to console level stability and consistency on PC, unfortunately. That's just the nature of an open platform. Yeah, PC has more, it's not plug and play, and it might have more issues like this. But the thing is, consoles have issues that you cannot fix. So the thing is, on PC, yes, you might encounter more, but you can use mods. You can fix HDR, for example. In consoles, you cannot do that. You get the broken HDR, and that's it. You either use that or you turn it off and use SDR, and there's nothing else you can do. So yeah, PC wins all the time. It's just a lot more expensive. And of course, it's a lot more inconvenient. We can say that for sure. Biggest problem with Nvidia is the 1% lows. The new AMD cards are very smooth, almost console-like. I mean, the new AMD cards are great. AMD is selling a lot of them. The problem I have with AMD is, for me, the upscaling, quality, DLSS, FSR. That's the most important thing, and Nvidia has the best. So for me, there's not even a competition. I would always get Nvidia. Not because I would always buy the 5090. Even if I was not buying the 5090, I'd much rather get an Nvidia GPU. Even if AMD is faster, I would still get Nvidia because of the DLSS. Thank you very much, George, for the super chat. I hope with RenoDX we can learn to make HUD elements transparent. I mean, that's gonna be an easy one. Easy. I'm sure if I try right now, not right now live, I would take some time. Or actually, I can try. Make some HUD elements transparent with a slider if possible. Well, the slider part, I would not be able to figure that out. I would be able to make a change, probably permanent. I mean, that doesn't seem to be very difficult. So Musa is saying that if the element has some transparency already, you can just modify that number. Yeah, just increase it. That makes sense. But if it's a fully opaque element, probably not. Okay. Huh. I mean, if I can find, I can easily find here a... The thing is, the game is flickering, so you don't want to be looking at this. Well, actually, let me turn this on, for example. And then, now that it's not flickering, let me find one of these shaders that is responsible for a HUD element, for example. Let's see. Okay, for example, this one. Well, this one is only the text. This buy and, this text right here. Buy new pants at the clothing store. So this one, it doesn't matter if you make it transparent, but let's see if I find something that would make a big difference. For example, this one. You find it, okay, this is a HUD element that you want to make more transparent. You can just go here, dump, and of course, to get this set up, you check the live stream we did with Musa to get all the RenoDX dev kit set up and everything. So you're like, okay, here's the one. You can click on it, and you can go dump. So you dump that shader, and then maybe you can take a look at here to see if you can see a clue of where that is. At least we know it's not like a huge shader. I mean, it looks like to be very, very, very short. So I see 4 variables. So maybe the 4th variable is transparency based on the on the live stream we did with Short Fuse, he told me sometimes we have RGB, and then the last one is transparency. So RGB or XYZ, it could be, I don't know. So what we can do is we can decompile that shader, and which I can try now. Let me make sure I get rid of this so the game doesn't crash going back and forth. So let me make my, so I can try decompiling that shader. See where my folder is. I have a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so here it is. That's the shader 04F. Okay, so it's on the, I have to go to the games folder. So on the games folder, go to the RenoDX dev folder, dump, and here's the shader 0x4. So then this shader, I have to decompile that with the decompiler. Just copy that here, double click to decompile that thing, and boom, that's done. It was decompiled successfully. And then I just have to load this thing. So I just have to copy this. So I'm gonna copy this on the studio. Let me show you that part. See if this doesn't. So I just copy this thing. Just copy this. So this is the 04F. 04F. So this one. I'm gonna copy this right here. Boom. Now we have some issues. So that's a problem. So when we have these issues that I don't know how to fix them, then I go ChatGPT and try to fix them. So that's the thing. But ignoring that we have an issue, so this is gonna be red. So if it's red like this, it's not going to work. So if you try to load that into the game, it's not gonna work. So even if we find a way to add the transparency stuff, it's not gonna work until I fix that issue. And the issue is saying that this modifier is redundant or conflicting with the existing modifier linear. So we have to fix that, and I don't know how to fix it. I would use ChatGPT. But looking at this here, this is very short, and yeah, I don't really know what the transparency would be. Maybe this W here, I don't know. If Musa is looking at this, let me know if you can figure it out. Which one is the, if it has a transparency number that we can increase. Maybe this one, this last number right here. I don't know. So yeah, but that's what we have to figure out. So basically, I can do this too. I can copy this to ChatGPT. Look, let's do this. I'm gonna copy this to ChatGPT, and I'm gonna be like, let me find it where it is. Okay, boom. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna open a fresh ChatGPT. So I'm gonna do this. Look. I'm gonna tell ChatGPT. This is a pixel shader from a DirectX 11 game that's responsible responsible for a UI element. If this works, can you imagine that? For a UI, okay, this is responsible for UI. I want to make the UI transparent. Or no, I want to add transparency to the UI. I want to add transparency to this UI. Fix the code as well. Okay, fix the code. Yeah, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. And I'm gonna copy the code. Boom. See what we got. Let's see what we got. Let me get myself out of the way. Okay, so it tells you to add transparency to this DirectX 11 pixel shader. You need to modify the output alpha value 0.w. Right now, the alpha value is simply set as this. So let's see what is the. Okay, here it is. Here's the solution. 50% transparency. All you have to do is just copy this. That's it. That's it. We fixed it already. So when I copy this, let's see if that's it. So minimal change. Add custom transparency factor. Let's say you want the UI to be 50% transparent overall. You can multiply the alpha like this. So now I'm just gonna copy this, and I'm gonna paste the. Let me find my work here. The thing is, I have to fix the errors for this to work. And if you are not sure where to copy this, you can literally ask ChatGPT to give you the entire code. So, okay, here it is. Final updated shader with configurable transparency. Here it is. We can just copy this and replace the whole thing. That's it. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna come here, and we're going to replace the whole thing. Okay, so let me see if this new one has the note at the top. No. Okay, so here it is. Now we still have these two errors that we would have to fix. Actually, let me ask ChatGPT to fix this to see if it works right now. I'm gonna ask. So I'm just, you can just paste the error, boom, and it's gonna know. Oh yes, classic issue. He knows. ChatGPT knows. Okay, so here's the solution. Updated. Okay, so here's the corrected function signature. And if you are like, okay, but I don't know where to replace this issue, you can just say, hey, just give me the full fix, the full code fixed. Absolutely. Here's the full code fix. So we just copy that. Oh, I learned that before we hit copy, we have to make sure it writes everything down. So then it tells you here 1 for fully opaque, 0.5 for 50% transparent, 0 for fully transparent. So we have a number that we can tweak there. So I'm just gonna copy this here. So I'm just gonna replace this code. Now let me see which setting is using by default. So what is that has to be changed? This CB030.x. CB030.30. So this is 31. So 31. Find where that is. CB031, CB031. Huh. I don't see that one. You can now control the transparency of the UI through the value in zv0.x. Okay, well let me ask it, because I couldn't find it at first glance. I'm gonna ask him. Make it 50% and give me the full code. That's it. Got it. Here it is. You don't even need to get too deep into the code to read. You just ask for it and copy. Okay, let's see. Let's see now. When I copy this, can you imagine this works? Okay, let's go. Now we have no errors. No errors. So I'm just gonna save this, Control S. We save this shader. And I'm gonna go into the game. And I'm just gonna load it. We come here, load shaders. Do I have to go before and after? Do I have to go before and after? Or did you see that? Did you see that? Okay, let me go. Let's go before and after. This is easy, bro. Easy. Let's go. Look. Unload shaders. Take a look at top left corner. Top left corner. We're looking at this orange right here. You see that? No. That's too orange, bro. I want 50% transparency on that one. Okay? So we're gonna go. That's it. It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple, bro. I'm telling you. This works. I'm telling you. Look at this. Before, after. I mean, it just works. Before, after. I mean, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, man. It is we are right now. We are at a different level. We are at the level of ChatGPT coding. So I'm telling you, man, this works. This is a very, very powerful tool, man. I'm gonna do what I need to do it again. Okay, well, let's go. Before, look at that, top left corner is right here. After. It's 50% transparent, okay? Before, after. I mean, I'm telling you, bro. I am telling you, this works. ChatGPT fixed the error that I was getting. With that error, this was not gonna work. Basically, it was not gonna work. It would be red. So ChatGPT fixed the error, whatever it was. I don't know. I asked it. Just make it transparent. So basically, I just told ChatGPT, hey, this is a DirectX 11 game. This is the pixel shader of a DirectX 11 game that is responsible for the HUD elements. I want to make it transparent. Also, by the way, fix the code. By the way, I'm getting some issues there, some errors. Fix it. Done. That's the power of AI. I'm telling you. 16 times the detail. It just works. If you can do that for the HUD in Witcher 1, I'll pay you. I don't have Witcher 1, but I have Witcher 3. I mean, it's the same. It's the same. It doesn't matter what it is. You can get it. I told you. I'm telling you. And how about you do like this, Elon Musk? Well, Elon should hire me already. That's crazy, man. I was not expecting that to work, but well, you see that today's day it worked out. we figure something out. You know, we need to start somewhere. You see, when you start learning something, you just need to start making some progress. Okay? You just need. That's okay. I mean, next day you're not gonna be like. Of course, just a little bit of progress. That's fine. Okay, just keep going. You know, get that momentum, and that's how you get good, man. That's how you get good. So let's leave it there, man. Thank you very much for sharing the stream. I think we're gonna leave it there in a good note. You know, fix something today. So I'm confident I'm gonna be able to get some results that we're looking for. That error you saw in the shader. We have RTX, RTX TV. Thank you very much for checking out the stream. He's also a RenoDX modder. He has fixed many games. Thank you very much. So he's saying that error you saw in the shader isn't really an error. Okay. Yeah, but it was red. With that being red, it doesn't work. Cut you live for once. Keep up the good work. We need more RenoDX or Nier Automata. But make sure to check the list of games that are fixed already, because I don't remember if Nier Automata was there, but maybe it is. The 5090 is doing well, but this game, we cannot run this game, man. I'm gonna go here, unload shaders. Let me see. The problem is we cannot even run this game right now. You see the flickering? It's crazy. Like, I'm not using anything right now. Everything is unloaded. It's flickering. I cannot even play this game. So yeah, that's a problem. So I have to get rid of everything. So this is how the 5090 can play this game. 16 times the detail. I have to literally kill all the shadows, all the lighting. This is the graphics we can get right now in the 5090 for this game. So sometimes VCode might show you a red line. Okay, but it's not right. So some of those errors, I don't have to fix them. I thought I had to fix them. So yeah, let's leave it there, man. Yeah, I have to say the 5090. I mean, right now I have the frame rate locked. I don't know why this is running at 40 frames per second right now. But yeah, the GPU is like at 30%. But yeah, something is wrong here with all these modifications I'm doing. But yeah, 5090 could run this game amazing, but it doesn't even work. Jensen deprecated everything. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, man. I'm gonna go to sleep. Jensen deprecated a lot more than PhysX. He's coming for all the old games. Yeah, this is PlayStation 2 games. That's a 5090. This is the best we can get right now with the 5090 on this game. 50 frames per second and no shadows. Hey, why? Oh, look! It popped back in. So it seems like, you know what? That's probably why I was not able to find the same shader. Well, how am I gonna fix this game then? So let's say, oh, this is a big problem, because let's say that I figured out how to get rid of the flickering using this shader. The problem is that there are gonna be other shaders that are going to pop when I am moving through the city. So let's say I figured out how to fix that one. Okay, I get no flickering here. Problem solved. Then I come here, move a little bit on the map, boom, flickering again. because there's another shader that's responsible for this. So maybe I would have to find all of them, and that might be super time consuming, or Maratax is saying a different permutation of the shader. Well, this is very discouraging, because you have to fix a ton of shaders. Yeah. So I have to literally play the game, go through the entire city. So let's say I figured out what the problem is on that shader. Let's say I do, and it's fixed right here. No problem, no flickering whatsoever. And I'm like, okay, I'm proud of my work. 1 month chatting with AI to fix the problem. Then I go and like, okay, I'm gonna play the game now. Boom, look to the left, and I get the flickering back again. And I have to fix another shader. And then keep playing. Look to the right, it's fixed. So the problem only happens when you look to the left. How about if I crunch or something? Would I see the problem? So yeah, this is next level messed up. We would have to, sometimes we have to download 100% safe, play through the entire game. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. You go to a different area, different shader, hash or hash permutation. That is absolutely insane. That's discouraging, let me tell you, because I was hoping to work very hard to fix that one shader, and I see that's not enough. Once you fix one shader, it's easy to automate the fix for the permutations. Okay. Well, let's leave it there, man. Hey, AI is not that smart. We're smarter. But AI knows how to program better than me, that's for sure. Well, let's leave it there, man. Thank you very much for checking out the stream. In Alien Isolation, the tone map shader had like 54 permutations. So I did them in batch using find and replace in VS Code. I just dumped all the shaders and searched. Okay, so yeah, I guess so based on what you're telling me, like there's a way to, once you identify the issue, there's a way to find, like do a search and then fix all of them. Well, then it is possible then, because imagine having to go through 54 shaders to fix the game. And the thing is, how can you capture all the shaders unless you play the game? You have to play the entire game to do this. Did the same for Ori and the Wild of the Wisps. That's insane. If you have to play the entire game, find and replace. Wow, that's a lot of work. It's literally playing through the entire game to fix it. Tremendous. So let's leave it there, man. Thank you very much for checking out the stream. Game precompiled shaders, you might get all of them. Oh well, that's a good thing then. But sometimes you have to rely on play testers. Yeah. For my AI limit mod, I have a guy playing and he sends me his save file every time it breaks. Wow. Wow, that's insane. That is a lot. Well, man, let's leave it there. Thank you very much for checking out the stream. I might play some games tomorrow. Today I didn't play anything, just trying to learn a little bit. And I think it was worth it. At least we figured out how to add transparency to a HUD element using ChatGPT. I mean, that was wild. That was a big win. So let's leave it there, man. Thank you very much for checking out the stream. You guys have a good one, and see you